This is the Lord Aboga TV. Now, news coming on, reaching our desk today, we see Permanent Secretary for the Ministry of Lands, that is Nickson Korir, has been sued by PLO Lumumba for embezzling funds that was supposed to compensate people who donated land for SGR construction. Now, our country is a very funny country. You see, that is a Permanent Secretary for the Ministry of Lands has embezzled monies in billions, but he's just freely walking and moving around. It's very sad, and it is unfortunate that that issue has been raised in Senate today.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53, Clause 1, to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Land, Environment and Natural Resources on a matter of inter-county concern regarding the delay in compensating owners of land, not of Kakavega. I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53, Clause 1, to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Land, Environment and Natural Resources on a matter of inter-county concern regarding the delay in compensating owners of land whose parcels were compulsorily acquired for the Ejinja Bumala Road project in Busia and Kakamega.
And members in the Senate were very bitter with how Nickson Korir conducted himself in embezzling funds that was supposed to act as compensation for SGR land owners.
The issue by Senator Mtata about compensation is very serious. It is only today, when it has come into public domain, that Professor PLO Lumumba has sued Honorable Nickson Korir, PS Lands, because they have embezzled 184 families of money meant for compensation for areas where the standard gauge rail line passed through. Nickson Korir, with some other senior officers at the Ministry of Lands. Parliament, we must wake up to these things. Lumumba should not be doing our work. We should by now have removed Nickson Korir from office to pave way for comprehensive investigations. How do you investigate the PS when he's in control of all the data that the courts will require to nail him? He must be suspended. Mr. Speaker, I demand that Nickson Korir steps down as a PS and await the outcome of the investigations.
Senator Lola has been suggesting that it is prudent that Nickson Korir steps aside, gets out of office as Permanent Secretary for Ministry of Land so that investigations can be conducted unto him. Cleophas Malala was at JKA Live on Citizen TV. He was with Dennis Itumbi, and Senator Malala roasted Dennis Itumbi dearly. He was telling Dennis Itumbi that his government is just full of fraud. For instance, he gave an example of the Talanta Hela initiative, the Talanta Hela application. That is not working.
I think Kenyans are tired with that. Itumbi, you invited all creatives. I was among them at State House. Launched something called Talanta Hela, something application. Where did it go to? You have done nothing about it. You used millions of shillings to host that event, and nothing is going on. Second, on the issue of the film, trying to make sure that the film industry is well cushioned, we are taxing importation of film equipment. You are not cushioning the producers who are importing the film equipment. Third, on the issue of copyrights, you say that we are going to get royalties up to 70%. What have you done about it? And therefore, these issues you are raising are academic, are the normal lies, are the normal rhetorics that you are used to telling people. You asked a question, why did they kick me out of UDA party? They kicked me out of UDA party because I was the custodian of the manifesto. That manifesto that...
Unfortunately, when former Cabinet Secretary Ababu Namwamba was bundled out of office as a Cabinet Secretary for the Ministry of Sports, when Kipchumba Murkomen took charge, he came in, akaona ni kama when he continues the Talanta Hela initiative, he will be giving credit to Honorable Babu Namwamba. And he did away with the Talanta Hela initiative. And as you can see today in the country, the initial vibrant Minister of Sports is very, very, very dull. And that is what Senator Cleophas Malala was saying at JKL yesterday. So unfortunate that such initiatives that were to benefit a common mwananchi, they were done away with. Now, what was the essence of launching the Talanta Hela application, the Talanta Hela initiative, when we cannot actualize it for the benefit of the Kenyan youth? Very bad indeed. My Cabinet Secretary for Health, that is Bwana Duale, has issued a directive that Medihill Hospital should cease kidney transplant services. That is laughable. Do you want to tell me the Cabinet Secretary didn't know that Medihill has been doing illegal kidney transplant services to Kenyans? Your guess is as good as mine. Sasa sasa hivi venye maneno imechemuka, ndiye anakuja to be seen as working, suspending services of organ transplant being conducted by Medihill. But that is something that has been going on. You want to tell me the National Intelligence Service is not aware of what Medihill has been doing? Again, your guess is as good as mine. And if the National Intelligence Service wasn't aware on what Medihill has been doing to the Kenyan people, it is so unfortunate. I think at this juncture, if the National Intelligence Service wasn't aware on what Medihill has been doing, then we should start considering to believe what Rigathi Gachagua said about our National Intelligence Service. I think that is up for today. This was my time. This is the Lord Aboga TV. Remember to subscribe on our YouTube page at Lord Aboga TV. Remember to press the notification button so that when we come up with these important news updates, you are among the first people to come across them. Bye-bye.